Chapter 4. A Lone Wolf. The whispers continued to torment him, urging him forward, pushing him towards greater and greater feats of power. Ash, consumed by his own ambition, decided to break away from Brock and Misty. "I think I need to travel alone for a while," he said, his voice strained. "I need to find myself." Brock and Misty, sensing the darkness that clung to him, exchanged worried glances. They knew something was wrong with Ash, something deep and unsettling, but they also knew they couldn't stop him. "We'll miss you, Ash," Misty said softly, "but we'll be here when you're ready to come back." Ash nodded, a flicker of his old self momentarily returning to his eyes. "Thanks, guys. I'll be all right." He turned and walked away, leaving Brock and Misty behind. He had chosen his path, a path of power, of isolation. He would face the challenges that lay ahead alone, fueled by his ambition and the whispers that echoed in his mind. His journey was a blur of intense training, relentless battles, and a growing detachment from the world around him. He sought out the strongest opponents, the most dangerous challenges, pushing himself and his Pokémon to the very edge of their limits. Charizard, his most powerful asset, became a shadow of his former self, a creature of fire and fury, his eyes burning with an unnatural intensity. One day, as he traveled through a desolate wasteland, he encountered a familiar sight. Team Rocket's Meowth, Jessie, and James, still on the hunt for Pikachu. "Prepare for trouble," Jessie shrieked, sending out Arbok. "And make it double," James added, releasing wheezing. Meowth, his eyes gleaming with greed, licked his lips. "Looks like this runaway Pikachu has a new, even more dangerous master. And maybe, just maybe, a new target for our collection." Ash, however, barely registered their presence. His gaze remained fixed on Jessie and James, a cold, calculating glint in his eyes. This was merely an obstacle, an annoyance to be swiftly dispatched. "Charizard, fire spin," Ash commanded, his voice devoid of emotion. Charizard erupted in a whirlwind of flames, engulfing Team Rocket in a fiery maelstrom. The intense heat knocked Jessie, James, and even Meowth unconscious, leaving them amidst the swirling inferno. Ash, without a word, turned and walked away, leaving the defeated Team Rocket to their fiery fate. He had no time for petty distractions. He had a goal, a destiny to fulfill. Pikachu, watching from the sidelines, trembled. He had never seen Ash so cold, so detached. The Ash he knew, the Ash who always had time for a friendly battle, a playful joke, was gone, replaced by a stranger, a shadow of the boy he had once known. Fear, cold and clammy, gripped him. He knew Ash was changing, becoming something dark and dangerous. And Pikachu, despite his loyalty, was too afraid to stop him. The whispers continued to torment him, urging him forward, pushing him towards greater and greater feats of power. Ash, consumed by his own ambition, found himself drawn to an ancient temple, shrouded in mist and guarded by powerful, enigmatic creatures. He had heard whispers of the temple, legends of its hidden power, and the knowledge it held within. Curiosity, mixed with a growing hunger for strength, drove him forward. He pushed past the guardians, their roars echoing through the ancient halls. Deep within the temple, he discovered a hidden chamber, adorned with intricate carvings depicting legendary Pokémon. Among them, he saw Moltres, the majestic bird of fire, its image radiating power and grace. As he gazed upon the drawing of Moltres, a strange sensation washed over him. The darkness that had begun to seep into his soul resonated with the image of the legendary bird. A desire, almost primal, ignited within him. A desire to know if his own power, the power he had unleashed within Charizard, could surpass that of a true legendary. He imagined a battle, a clash of titans, his Charizard's flames, now burning with an unnatural crimson, clashing with the fiery wrath of Moltres. The thought sent a shiver down his spine, a mixture of excitement and apprehension. The whispers grew louder, urging him to embrace the challenge, to prove his dominance. He imagined the victory, the awe, and admiration that would follow. He would become a legend himself, surpassing even the legendary Pokémon. But as he delved deeper into the chamber, a strange feeling of unease crept over him. The air grew heavy, the ancient carvings seeming to writhe and contort before his eyes. He felt a growing sense of unease, a premonition of danger. Ignoring the warning, Ash turned to leave. He would seek out Moltres, test his limits, and prove to himself and the world that he was more powerful than any legendary. He would become a legend in his own rights.